because at this time we are about set for the final debate for today, and that is the grand finale to determine the winner and the runner-up of the first season of the Nigerian Private University Debate Challenge between Babcock University and Western Delta University. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for them. Let's put our hands together for them. But before they come up, we have the visiting professor to NUC, Professor Balogun, who is the former Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Technology, Akure. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the distinguished person come to address this august gathering. So let's put our hands together for Professor Balogun.
Distinguished members of the panel, a great student of Nigerian private universities represented by the university present, the organizers of this event. It is my pleasure to be here to represent the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, Professor Julius Nipud. He has asked me to bring felicitation to you and to show his happiness about the organization of this important academic program within the context of the Nigerian private university system. The Nigerian private university system is within the larger context of the Nigerian university system. Today, we have about 50 private universities in this country. And one thing that gladdens Professor Okudi's heart is that he is the champion for the establishment of the private universities in Nigeria. He was the chairman of the Ogun at the time before he became the executive secretary of the NUC. Ogun is a committee that makes assessment, makes recommendation on the establishment of private universities to the board of NUC and through the NUC to the federal government. And so, he's been so passionate about the development within the Nigerian university system, especially with the private university. And he is so passionate about this university, the Babcock University, because the Babcock University represents one of the foremost private universities that we have in this country. Along with Government University, Igbenedion University, these are a set of universities that took the trailblazer in the development and the establishment of private universities in Nigeria. And he has been satisfied with the development of the Babcock University. And he has asked me to felicitate with you, thank you, and to thank the management of this university for spearheading this important program. It reminded me of those days when we were in secondary school. Some of us would join debating society as secondary school students. That we only way we interacted with one another across the borders of secondary schools in those days. And that is the way we transmitted knowledge. We shared knowledge amongst ourselves, apart from the inter-house sport, apart from the collegiate sporting activities that brought us together. The next academic event, important event, usually brings students together in those days is the debating society, where we join the debating society to move on. And that is an important academic part of our program in this country. And we are happy that you are gradually, within the context of the private university, bringing back that academic culture that we allow you to interact with one another, share knowledge with one another, knowing fully that we are in the era of knowledge economy. Because we are talking about Vision 2020. There can't be any Vision 2020 if we don't actually embrace what we can, the knowledge economy in this developmental phase of the world. So, all of you students that have come from the different universities will be part of this program congratulations. Those of you who are winning and who are going to win Lawrence, who are going to be first, second, or third, I also congratulate you. And those of you who have participated but have not won anything, it is a big congratulations to you, because you have exhibited the Olympic spirit. It is not about winning, but it is about your participation. So I congratulate you. Now, when you look at the developmental phase of the world, the developed economies moved from one stage to the other, one stage of development to the other. There was a time where we had agricultural revolution. Agricultural revolution in Europe led to the industrial revolution. And they are gradually leaving industrial revolution and using the knowledge revolution to transform their economy, to industrialize their economy, without actually jettisoning the importance of agriculture within their society. So it's very important for all of us to know that you are in a particular area of, or a particular sector of the Nigerian economy that is well cherished, and that you must guide so well, because there is nothing you can compare with the acquisition of knowledge. Without capacity development, without you coming to the university to acquire knowledge, whatever superstructures that are being built outside there, they are just being built without structural foundation. Nigeria alone is around $390. But taking the whole West Africa together,
point that we have been waiting for, the grand finale of this season 1 of Nigeria Private University Debate Challenge, featuring
Babcock University
West Africa University. So we like to
have the first speaker, the 200 level student of microbiology and biotechnology, Peter Edwina. Please let's clap for him. We also have Christabel Israel Esosa, a 400 level student, an 100 level student of mass communication. Please let's clap for him. We also have Paula Ibinaboro, a 200 level student of mass communication.
And we would like to acknowledge the coach of the Western Delta University representative, Mr. M.E. Abba. Let's put that together for Mr. M.E. Abba. Thank you very much for coming. Babcock University debaters, please, can we have you? The lead speaker is OPC Ruling Misha, 400 level law from the Department of Private and Commercial Law.
We also have Madam Mr. Chibuzo from the Department of Computer Technology. Then finally we have Olushile.
And the coaches, we have Dr. Mrs. Vivian Alope and Mr. Chibuzo A.T. Thank you very much for coming. Distinguished guests we have in the house, the Senior Vice President and the Provost for College of Health and Medical Sciences, Babcock University, Professor Ihai Okoro, in the house. Thank you very much for coming. And we have earlier recognized other university officials from sister universities participating in this event. Thank you very much. Our judges are ready. The debaters are ready to dish out, and the audience is very eager to hear and to listen.
And the topic of today is Nigeria's Vision 2020 is only practicable after the present rural-urban migration is resolved. Nigeria's Vision 2020 is only practicable after the present rural-urban migration is resolved. Reverse.
It's reversed. All right, thank you. And we have going for this topic is Western Delta University is speaking for, and Babcock University is going against. And so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to inform our debaters one more time. You have 6 minutes for the lead speaker, 5 minutes for the second speaker, and 4 minutes for the third speaker. At this time, we will take on the first speaker from Western Delta University, who is speaking for the topic, Nigeria's Vision 2020 is only practicable after the present rural-urban migration is reversed. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for Igbenedion from Western Delta University. Thank you.
Today, distinguished guests, panel judges, African people, co-debaters, and my listening audience. My name is Peter Edwina. I'm a representative of Western Delta University. I'm speaking for the motion that Nigerian Vision 2020 is only practicable after the present rural-urban migration is reversed. Firstly, we must first educate ourselves what is the rural-urban migration. In simple terms, it's citizens migrating from the rural area to the urban area. Breaking it down, citizens migrating from the villages to the cities. I would like to ask, Vision 2020, is it to develop only the cities in Nigeria, or to develop both the rural and the urban? Or are the rural areas not among the Vision 2020? There are destabilizing factors that can affect our vision through if rural-urban migration is not reversed. And they are itemized under the following. 1. This rural-urban migration can lead to extinction of villages, can also lead to decline in agriculture, can also lead to decline in tribal medicine, it can also lead to increase in hardship, it can also lead to increase in crime, and leads to cultural erosion. The first one, extinction of villages. One of the goals of Vision 2020 is to develop Nigeria, not to develop only the urban area. And we know that these villages are part of the rural area. Villages that were in existence before are no more in existence because young youths who have fled or migrated to urban part of the world or the country have left these villages in the hands of the weak, the elderly, the disadvantaged, and the fragile. So tell me, in a community or in a village, what possibly can an elderly man or an aged man whose bones are crippled do? If this youth continue fleeing or fleeing or migrating to other cities, tell me what possibly you think will happen on that village. That village will go into extinction. If, for instance, in rural land, going along the axis of Udu, you find abandoned houses where people lived before. That is as a result of extinction. This place has been abandoned because people have finally migrated to urban cities, and this village was swallowed up by other larger communities. This cannot help us attain a practicable vision if we do not handle the issue of rural-urban development migration. Secondly, decline in agricultural sector. We know that 60% of Nigerians are farmers, and agriculture has a big role to play in Nigeria. Also, Nigeria, because most of our agriculture comes from the rural area, because in the cities, these lands are being consumed by industries and all those things. But in the villages, we have enough space for large farmlands. So that's where you find out that most of the villagers are farmers, not because they are too poor, but because they indulge this because it's like a modern thing for Nigeria. So if the youths keep migrating to these urban cities or the urban places, who would develop this agricultural sector? What can become of our sector if we do not have youth who take up? Definitely, we don't expect an 89-year-old man to go to the farmland to farm. That means if all the youth are migrating to the urban places, that means our agricultural sector will be dead, and it's not going to help us attain a practicable vision. Thirdly, decline of tribal medicine. This factor kills indigenous research, because this indigenous research are done by tribal herbalists. What do I mean by tribal herbalists? These citizens in the rural areas that study herbs and find out cures from it. We all know that herbal drugs have helped to succeed in curing things like malaria, typhoid, even all those people that massage broken limbs. We know how important that is to us. But because of youths are migrating, there's nobody to understanding these herbalists. So if nobody is there to understand them, they pass on, and they pass on with the whole lot life in their head. If nobody is ready to understand them, when they die, nobody takes off from there. And we know this is very important. Even, for instance, Tianxi is a product from China. It was founded in 1992 by Ilisan. He started this thing out of traditionally Chinese drugs, and it has helped nations. It has even built, Tianxi today has 109 offices in 109 countries. You can imagine the great capital that brought to China. So if we keep killing these instances of medicine and herbalists, how then can we move forward? Thirdly, the issue of cultural erosion. We know that culture is the custodian of Nigeria, and our rural areas we have deep set of culture. If, for example, Chinua Achebe, his book Things Fall Apart. This book captures a specific cultural tribe or a specific cultural discipline, and it's a book that has been read in practically every part of the world, and it has also sold our image, our cultural image, and this can also bring foreign tourist investors. We can also gain large capital from this cultural displays, our carnivals, and also all this our African literature. Also, talking about increase in hardship. Increase in hardship in Nigeria is something that to grow, because people migrate to the cities thinking that there are better opportunities. When they get there, they hang out on the street. To round up, let me just tell you, check present National Guardian magazine today on page 41 to give you a descriptive picture of what I mean by increase in hardship. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Edwina from Western Delta University. The lead speaker for Babcock University, who wait a mission, will come out to make this presentation.
For the greener pastures, they ran to the cities, some with their baggage full of their clothes and their shoes. The other ones had their little backpacks with their toothbrushes packed beside it. And for the love of the jobs, the education, the good health, and survival, they ran to the market square to get the last bus that will go to the city. Why on earth do we clamor for the reversal of this rural-urban migration, in order that these people who have found a little glimmer of hope be dashed into the abject poverty that we find in the rural areas? Good day, Mr. Chairman, sir. Impartial panel of judges. My co-debaters, listeners, ladies and gentlemen, who were the racial bouquets is my name, and I'm here representing Babcock University to argue vehemently against this motion that is set before us that says that Nigeria's Vision 2020 is only practicable after the rural-urban migration is reversed. Rural-urban migration simply means the movement of people from the villages to the cities, where the necessary infrastructure for quality life is existent. Now, the meaning of this topic is that when we reverse rural-urban migration, it will become people in the cities moving to the villages, and that is an aberration that will cause an abortion of the Vision 2020 in itself. I will therefore be leading arguments that will show that the rural-urban migration within in Nigeria, we can achieve our Vision 2020 based on the following points. One, that rural-urban migration ensures advancement and development of the rural areas themselves. Two, rural-urban migration fosters access to quality education. Three, career opportunities are explored by rural-urban migration. Four, that rural-urban migration fosters access to quality medical health care. Five, access to technology is promoted by rural-urban migration. And six, rural-urban migration helps to provide requisite manpower that is needed for the major industries in the urban cities. When people move from the villages to the cities, they are able to acquire more earning power and send monies back to their villages, back to their families that lie in villages. We also hear of different town unions and associations that are responsible for the various rural development efforts in their villages, such as rural electrification, road construction and maintenance, building of community halls, building of community civic centers, as well as the establishment of cottage industries. This helps in our villages, the people that are there, to generate employment and contribute to the productivity of our GDP, and in turn, helping us to achieve our Vision 2020. Secondly, when people go to these cities, they are able to acquire good education, because most of them would not have been able to get this quality education in the villages. As such, they are able to empower themselves to enhance economic contribution in Nigeria, and by so doing, attainment of Vision 2020. If Goodluck Jonathan remained in Oshogbe village, would he have become the president of Nigeria today? In addition, major career opportunities are fostered by this rural-urban migration. We have banks, the oil companies, the law firms, the economic and cultural institutions back here in the cities and not in the villages. And so if any one of us from the villages want to ensure that we can attain our Vision 2020, they have to move from these rural areas to the urban areas. Furthermore, the rural areas are characterized with low medical health care, with little or no personnel to help them in tackling their health challenges. And this ensures that in those places, that's why we see a lot of death occurring there. But in the urban areas, we have the best of health care as well as enough personnel to help tackle the health challenges that we have in the cities. As such, when we have good health care in the cities and people moving from the rural area to the urban areas, then we are able to ensure that the manpower that we have is preserved, and then we can go on for the march to our Vision 2020. How many villages today have access to computers and internet technology? Most of them have to move from their villages to the urban cities in order that they can ensure that they catch the understanding of what information communication technology is. And all of us know that this is one of the major pillars for the Vision 2020. This microphone is actually useless without the battery in it. And so also are the various manufacturing industries, both local and foreign, that exist in our urban cities without the manpower that they need. When rural-urban migration occurs, it ensures that we have requisite manpower for these industries to run and ensure the productivity for our Vision 2020. As I conclude, I would like to tell you the treacherous effect of the reversal of rural-urban migration. what will happen is that all of us, after we have gotten our HNDs, BScs, LLBs, and other baccalaureates we get, we'll go back to the villages to play IU and draft from morning till night, never to get employment. This artificial unemployment is not the only cause, it's not the only effect of this. We would ultimately have our Vision 2020 aborted. I hope that this point has come true, that the rural urban migration will only facilitate the achievement of our Vision 2020. Thank you.